Could the creation of an economic cooperation fund help South Korea and Japan resolve their months-long dispute over wartime forced labor? Late Monday, we got a response from Seoul's foreign ministry that seemed to pour cold water on the idea. But let's see where we stand. The ministry was responding to a Kyodo News report, claiming they've started looking into this fund idea as an option, citing sources familiar with bilateral ties. The South Korean government and companies would set up a fund into which Japanese firms would pay under the name of economic cooperation, but not as compensation for wartime labor, dating back to Tokyo's colonial rule over Korea. This would allow the Japanese side to save face and maintain Tokyo's stance that colonial-era compensation issues were settled under a treaty in 1965. But that's not likely, not least because of Tokyo's decision to seemingly use trade restrictions affecting key South Korean tech products to respond to last year's South Korean Supreme Court order for Japanese firms to compensate South Korean forced labor victims, an order based on the court's recognition of victims' individual rights to claim damages, which Seoul wishes to respect. And as things stand, lawyers for South Korean plaintiffs have already seized assets of Nippon Steel and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, while other issues like military cooperation on North Korea are also coming to a head. So we've got a number of highly charged issues entangled, and all sides are being cautious, although South Korean Prime Minister Lee Nak-yeon's visit to Japan last week was a positive move. But where do we go from here? Seoul's stance, based on the comments of a senior foreign ministry official, is that the government here is seeking reasonable measures that victims and the people of the two nations can accept. Back in June, Japan rejected South Korea's suggestion that firms from both countries jointly form a fund to compensate forced labor victims. The solution may be somewhere between that and what Japan's reportedly proposing, though all sides will want to avoid a repeat of the 2015 so-called Comfort Women deal agreed under current South Korean President Moon Jae-in's predecessor, Park Geun-hye, but which was widely criticized for not taking into consideration the views of victims. So the next best step may be to disentangle ourselves so issues can be dealt with one by one.